My name is Olivia Hayes, 34 years old, and I've been raising my son Liam alone since my divorce 3 years ago, until his sickness turned my world upside down. I thought I could handle anything, but last week's fever broke me. Liam, my 7-year-old, came home from school with a cough that wouldn't stop. His little face was red and he shivered under the blanket. I called my parents, Helen and Robert, desperate. "Liam's sick," I said. "Can you help?" Mom's voice was cold. "You made your choice, Olivia. Handle it." Dad added, "We're busy with your sister." I hung up, my chest tight. Then I called my ex-husband, Tom, my voice shaking. "Liam needs us." He laughed. "You're a loser, Olivia. Figure it out." I stared at the phone, tears falling. I took Liam to the clinic, paying $200 I didn't have, but the doctor said, he needs rest and medicine. I walked home, rain soaking us, feeling alone. This morning my phone buzzed. 5 missed calls from them. Something felt off, a memory stirring. They didn't know it yet, but I was about to fight for my son. Growing up, I was the overlooked one. My sister, Claire, 38, was the golden child. Pretty, married, always getting new clothes and praise. I loved baking and helping at home, but Mom called it lazy. At 12, I won a cooking contest. Dad said, "Claire's the real talent." By 16, I asked for a laptop. They bought Claire a car. At 20, I moved out, working as a cashier to pay for culinary school. Claire's wedding got a big party. My graduation got a text. I finished school at 26, but they barely noticed. That distance made me tougher. After school, I married Tom at 27, hoping for a family. Liam came at 29, my joy, but Tom changed. He worked late, drank more, and by 31 he left, taking half our savings. I got a garçon job, earning $1,200 a month, raising Liam in a tiny apartment. At 32, I started a small baking side hustle, making $300 extra. Mom visited once, leaving an old recipe box. "Keep this," she said, her tone flat. I stored it in a drawer, unopened, thinking it was just nostalgia. Tom's calls stopped, always about Claire. "She's better than you," he'd say. I saved his messages, a quiet record of their rejection. Last year, I helped Dad fix a leak and he smiled, "You're handy." Mom pulled him away, glaring. After that, things got colder. Liam's sickness hit hard. His fever spiked to 102 degrees Fahrenheit, and I couldn't afford more clinic visits. I called Claire, but she said, "I'm not involved." I begged Mom again, "Please, for Liam." She snapped, "You're on your own." Tom texted, "Loser, get a real job," mocking me. I cried, holding Liam, feeling helpless. I spent $50 on medicine, stretching my budget, but his cough worsened. This morning, those 5 calls woke me, then 3 more. I didn't answer, but the number scared me. I called my friend Mia, a nurse who'd always helped, and told her everything. "Check that box," she said. "It might help." I recorded her voice, feeling a bit braver. I pulled the recipe box from the drawer, its wood scratched and faded. Inside were recipes, a photo, and a letter in Mom's handwriting. The letter said, "Olivia, this is for you," but the photo showed Liam with Tom, dated recently. Mia suggested digging deeper, so I started a vlog, fighting for my son, teasing my find, and it got 80 views. I posted on Twitter, "Left to struggle," and it got 120 views with comments like, "You're not alone," lifting me. I saved them, my hope growing. I kept searching. I spent $30 on a magnifying glass to read the small print, finding a note about a trust fund and Mom's signature. The photo hinted at Tom visiting Liam behind my back, but it wasn't clear. Mia reviewed my recordings, urging a family update, and I wrote a short message. I tweeted, uncovering my fight, hinting at family wrongs, and it got 200 retweets. Comments said, "Protect your boy." I saved them, my voice building. At a bakery event, I met a lawyer, Ms. Reed, who offered to check the trust. My vlog views climbed to 150 and I felt a shift. My story mattered even if my family didn't care. The tension started. Claire texted, "Mom's upset. Come explain." Her tone felt off, my chance nearing. I said no, focusing on the box, gathering clues. The lawyer's help cost $70 and I shared it on Twitter, getting 300 retweets with comments like, "You've got this." I saved them, my courage rising. This morning those calls hit 10. Mom left a voicemail. "We need to talk, Olivia." Her voice shaky, my moment arriving. I arrived at their house with the box, nerves steady, ready to face their coldness. But what I found would shock them. They wouldn't expect my fight, and I was ready to protect Liam. The family meeting's cold silence still weighed on me as I drove home with Mia, Tom's sneer and those growing calls replaying like a mystery I had to solve. I woke up each morning in my tiny apartment, the recipe box and magnifying glass on my table, signs of my hidden discovery and rising family tension. The family's rejection, my parents' refusal, Tom's insult, their sudden calls, had started to shift, and I was ready to uncover why they needed me, turning their neglect into proof of my strength. The path ahead felt uncertain, but I was determined to protect Liam. The days after the meeting brought some breakthroughs. Ms. Reed, the lawyer, helped me decode the trust fund note for $200 and my search picked up pace. I kept the papers in a folder, a shield against family doubts. I texted Claire the news. I found Mom's letter, but she replied, "Leave it alone," with a scoff. I saved it, my resolve hardening. Mia pushed me to confront them and I started planning my next move. I posted on Twitter, digging into my son's future, and it got 450 views with comments like, "Fight for him," lifting me. I saved them, my online support growing. Tom called, his voice sharp. "Stop this nonsense." I stayed calm. "It's about Liam." He laughed. "You're still a loser." I hung up, calling Mia, who said to record our talks. I logged a call with Mom, who sighed, "Come home, Olivia," her doubt pushing me on. I signed up for a legal basics course to understand the trust, practicing what to say to the family, my words getting clearer. I tweeted, "Rising above the rejection," hinting at family wrongs, and it got 700 retweets. Comments said, "You're a mom warrior." I saved them, my voice building. At home, my discovery took shape. The note revealed a $15,000 trust fund for Liam, set up by Mom with a hidden line, "Tom's been sneaking visits." My hands shook as I read it. The photo showed Tom with Liam at a park, dated last month. I wrote it down and Ms. Reed confirmed the fund, my hope rising. I vlogged, protecting my boy, teasing my find, and it got 400 views. A friend, Mr. Carter, offered to mediate with Tom, my reach widening, but I kept it quiet, saving it for the right moment. The tension grew. Claire texted, "Dad's mad. Come explain." I didn't reply, focusing on the trust, gathering proof. The course gave me a certificate and I shared it on Twitter, getting 900 retweets with comments like, "Legal champ." I saved them, my confidence climbing. Mia invited me to a family lunch. "They're nervous." "Bring it," her tone steady, my time nearing. The family lunch happened at a quiet cafe with Helen, Robert, Claire, and Tom there. Over tea, Tom started, "You're imagining things." Mom added, "We didn't refuse you." I stayed calm, showing my folder, certificate, trust teaser, photo hint. "This is for Liam," I said. The room went quiet and I played Mia's voicemail, "You're onto something big." Their faces changed, Tom's frown, Mom's unease, but the full truth stayed hidden. My discovery deepened. Ms. Reed found Tom had taken Liam without permission, explaining the calls. I tweeted, unmasking the truth, sharing my rise, and it got 1,200 retweets. Comments cheered, "Protect him." I saved them, my voice growing. Mia drafted a family talk plan, holding it ready. The lunch ended with Dad's soft, "We didn't know," a crack in their wall, but no full apology, leaving a question. The next family gathering, a tense dinner at their house, loomed. I arrived with Mia, clutching my folder. Claire greeted, Tom's furious, her tone low. Mid-dinner, Mr. Carter called, "Tom's visits are illegal, Olivia." The room froze, Tom's face paling. I smiled, "Thanks, Mr. Carter." The moment passed and I saw their stunned looks. Mom's wide eyes, Tom's tight grip. Their refusal had hurt, but this hinted at justice. The dinner marked a turn and I waited for their next move, apology or accountability, with careful hope. The dinner's tense quiet still hung in my mind as I drove home with Mia, Mr. Carter's call and Tom's pale face replaying like a moment of truth. I woke up each morning in my tiny apartment, the trust fund statement and recipe box photo framed beside Liam's medicine, signs of my hidden confrontation and shifting family tension. The family's stance, their shock, my growing resolve, their shaky calls, had reached a critical point, and I was ready to face them, turning their refusal into proof of my right. The path ahead felt heavy, but I was set to protect Liam. The days after the dinner brought real progress. Ms. Reed confirmed the $15,000 trust fund, proving Tom had taken Liam without consent, with court papers to back it up. I kept the statement in a safe, a shield against old lies. I texted Mom the news. The trust is for Liam, but she replied, "We didn't mean to hurt you," with regret. I saved it, my determination growing. Mia urged a family meeting and I planned it carefully. I posted on Twitter, unveiling the truth for Liam, and it got 1,800 views with comments like, "You're a rock," lifting me. I saved them, my online support widening. Tom called, his voice angry. "Back off, Olivia." I stayed steady. "It's about Liam's safety." He snapped, "You'll regret this." I hung up, calling Mia, who said to go public. I recorded her advice, her voice giving me strength. I finished my legal course, earning a certificate, and practiced my family talk, my words getting firm. I tweeted, "Justice for my son," hinting at family betrayal, and it got 2,500 retweets. Comments said, "Stand tall." I saved them, my presence building. At the lawyer's office, my confrontation deepened. Ms. Reed presented the court papers showing Tom's unauthorized visits, my rights clear. My heart raced as I saw the evidence. I noted it down and she gave me a $300 legal fee refund, my standing rising. I vlogged, defending my child, teasing my journey, and it got 700 views. Mr. Carter arranged a custody hearing, my story spreading, but I held back details, saving them for later. The tension rose. Claire texted, "Dad's begging. Meet us." I answered, "With proof." She agreed, "Tomorrow." I focused on the hearing prep, gathering my statement, certificate, and refund. The course gave me a guidebook and I shared it on Twitter, getting 3,000 retweets with comments like, "Legal hero." I saved them, my reputation climbing. The family meeting loomed and I arrived with Mia and Ms. Reed, feeling calm. The family meeting took place at a neutral office with Helen, Robert, Claire, and Tom there. Over water, Tom started, "You're overreacting." Mom added, "We didn't know, Olivia." I stayed calm, showing my folder, $300 refund, certificate, court papers. "Tom took Liam," I said. The room tensed and Ms. Reed spoke, "The law agrees. Olivia has custody." Their faces shifted, Tom's glare, Mom's tears, but the full reaction stayed out of reach. My confrontation spread. The hearing scheduled a review and a support group offered free childcare, valuing my fight. I tweeted, "From loser to leader," sharing my rise, and it got 3,500 retweets. Comments cheered, "Amazing mom." I saved them, my voice loud. Mia drafted a family apology note, keeping it ready. The meeting ended with Dad's shaky, "We're sorry," a crack in their wall, but no full surrender, leaving a gap. The next family gathering, a tense lunch at their house, became my stage. I arrived with Mia holding my proofs. Claire greeted, "Tom's denying it," her tone low. Mid-lunch, Tom stood, his face red. "I only wanted to see him," he muttered. The room froze, Mom covering her face. I smiled. "The court will decide." The moment passed and I saw their stunned looks. Dad's nod, Tom's silence. Their refusal had stung, but this promised protection. The lunch marked a turn and I waited for their next move, apology or change, with careful hope. They wouldn't expect my strength and I was ready to claim it. The lunch's tense silence stayed with me as I drove home with Mia, Tom's muttered confession and Dad's nod replaying like a hard-won triumph. I woke up each morning in my new apartment, the $15,000 trust fund check and recipe box photo framed beside Liam's toys, signs of my journey from rejection to victory. The family's old refusal had turned into something new, regret, respect, a fragile bond, and I was ready to embrace it, turning their insults into a story of resilience. The path had been tough, but I'd made it and my heart felt light. The days after the lunch brought a flood of success. The court finalized Liam's trust fund at $15,000, granting me full custody, and Tom's visits were restricted. I kept the check on my wall, a reminder of my fight. I texted Mom the news, "Liam's safe now," and she replied, "We're sorry, Olivia," her tone warm. I saved it, a weight lifting off me. Mia suggested a family gathering and I planned it, wanting closure. I posted on Twitter, "From loser to protector," and it got 4,000 views with comments like, "Amazing mom," lifting me higher. I saved them, my online community growing strong. Dad called, his voice soft. "We were wrong. Can we see Liam?" I smiled. "Yes, Dad." Tom texted, "I'll respect the rules," and I felt a tear in my eye. I called Mia, who cheered, "You're unstoppable, Olivia," and I recorded her voice, a treasure of support. I decided to give back, donating $3,000 to a children's health fund, hoping to help others. I updated my vlog, winning for my son, sharing my rise, and it hit 900 views. Comments said, "Inspiring strength." I saved them, my voice reaching more people. The family gathering came together at a local park with Helen, Robert, Claire, Tom, and Liam there. Over picnic snacks, Tom spoke first. "I messed up, Olivia." "Sorry." Mom added, "We should have helped." I stayed calm, showing the check, custody papers, and health fund plan. "This is for Liam," I said. The air felt warm and I played Mia's voicemail, "You're a hero." Their eyes shone, Tom's nod, Mom's smile. My story finally accepted. I handed out health fund flyers and they clapped, a new understanding forming. My victory kept growing. The apartment upgrade cost $5,000 and I started a baking business with $2,000 profit, hiring a helper for $800. The health fund reached $10,000 with donations and a community group asked me to speak. My vlog views climbed to 1,300, and Twitter buzzed with Olivia's courage. I met a counselor, Ms. Evans, who offered parenting tips, my influence spreading. The bank offered a $25,000 loan for my business and I shared it on Twitter, getting 4,500 retweets, with comments like, "Incredible journey." I saved them, my impact clear. Mia helped plan a family day and I felt ready to move forward. The family day became my big moment. I arrived with Liam standing tall with Mia by my side. Claire greeted me, "Mom's changed her mind," her voice kind. Midday, Tom approached, his eyes wet. "I was jealous," he said. "You're a great mom." The group cheered, sun shining. I smiled, "Thank you." He handed me Liam's old blanket, a peace offering, and the family clapped. I saw their faces, Claire's hug, Mom's tears, Dad's pride. Their refusal had cut deep, but every step, every sorry, every cheer had healed it. My fight was about saving Liam, not destroying them. After the day, we sat under a tree. Claire brought Liam's baby photos, saying, "He's lucky to have you." Dad added, "We'll be there now." I shared stories of Liam's laughter and they listened, amazed. The health fund hit $12,000 and I planned a fundraiser. My vlog got 1,600 views with comments urging, "Keep shining." I saved them, my journey inspiring others. If you've been let down, this is for you. Find your fight. Share your story below. Subscribe to Revenge Tempest for more triumph tales and hit the bell for updates. Until next time, take your stand.